Hi, I'm Rick Rheins, Senior Rabbi at Temple Sinai in Denver, Colorado. This week's Torah portion is Eikev from chapter 7 through 11 of the book of Deuteronomy. And Moses is continuing his discourses. He's teaching this generation of the Israelites who are right on the border of the Promised Land about all of the journeys that their parents and their grandparents experienced from the moment of freedom from slavery in Egypt through 40 years of the wilderness until they got to this place. And he says, I won't be able to go into this promised land with you, but I need you to know some of these lessons. The lessons sometimes of how we handled adversity, about our setbacks, times in which we chose inappropriately. Maybe it was the incident with the golden calf, or when we sent scouts out to check out the land and you came back, too many of you came back with words of exaggeration to take away the sense of hope and optimism in people. But there are also times of great achievement and perseverance. And Moses wanted to teach this next generation, saying, you have to learn from what has happened, both the good and the bad, so that you will never take for granted all of the good things that happen to you. Don't think that, oh, this wonderful blessing that I have, I deserved it because I'm so wonderful. Um, I'm so chosen, right? Rather, have the attitude in which you say, I appreciate things, and I also know good, how much good fortune I have. And when I look at others who are struggling, I'm not going to look at them and say they deserve to suffer. No, no, no. Rather, take some of the blessings that you have, the extra things that you have, and share it with them to lift up their hearts as well. Moses wanted to make sure that we had a sense of gratitude and appreciation for God's blessings for us. And it's not always universal. Our blessings are not just what happens to me. Our blessings are also what we can do to share with others. And so after we have a meal, for instance, in chapter 8 of this week's Torah portion, there's the mitzvah, the blessing that we have, the mitzvah of saying Birkat Hamazon. Birkat Hamazon, the blessing after the meal, in which the key mitzvah is the achalta v'savata uvarachta et Adonai Elohecha al haaretz hatova asher natan lach. And after you have eaten v'achalta, then you have satisfied, you feel filled, the savata, and then uvarachta, share words of thanksgiving to Adonai, your God, for all the goodness that God has given to you and for this good land that you're coming into. Have a sense of appreciation and never take for granted that which we have. And this week's Torah portion points out that we have, and this is a theme throughout Deuteronomy, there are blessings and there are challenges, there are setbacks and there are great achievements. And they're mixed into our journeys. Moses takes the time to this next generation saying, you're young, you haven't experienced all of these personally, but look at what happened with your parents and your grandparents. Learn from them. And whatever happens, know that you have the strength, you have the goodness, and you have community, and you have instruction, you have the ethics and the morals, which are at the heart of Torah, and you have love, which is at the heart of Torah. And take that with a sense of goodness in your life, of appreciation in your life, and sharing it with others. Because those who are struggling, they look at this life with a sense of hurt and of disappointment, and they sometimes will feel forgotten. Let's not forget that person, because it says in this week's Torah portion again, make sure that you take care of the ger, the stranger in your midst, because it says, V'zacharta, remember, you were once a stranger. You know what it was like to be under the oppression of the Egyptians. Let it be so that each person around us, of any faith, of any race, of any background, you treat with respect, you treat with a sense of dignity, and you lift them up to the best of your ability so that they too will say, thank you, God, for this good life that you have given us. Shabbat Shalom.